Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Raven's Nest Entertainment. I am Paper Zombie, your host for this session, and it's day 5. We're back at it on Street Fighter 5. So, unfortunately, I'm starting today's episode with a little bit of sad news. Word has just come out that Dan is not going to be coming within the next couple of weeks. Looks like he's actually not going to be showing up until February of 2021. So I guess him coming out in winter of 2020 was a big fat lie. So I have no idea why they put that, or either maybe they put that and thought maybe they were going to be able to have him ready by then, and that's not what happened. So yeah, I'm disappointed because with Dan was, well, number one, because it was going to be a new character and the start of season 5, which is the last season for the game. And then it was also supposed to be a balance patch, which is one thing they haven't really talked about. So nobody is sure what's going to get balanced, what's going to get changed, because anytime a balance patch comes out, of course, that changes the whole way that the game works. It can change the way certain characters rate on the roster. Characters that were really strong can suddenly suck, and characters that used to suck might suddenly become stronger. So everybody, I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to that, and I was looking forward to Dan. I was looking forward to getting it within these next couple of weeks. But now it looks like it's going to be a couple of months before we even say, you know what, at this point, why even do a season 5? Because what's going to wind up happening is they're going to wind up trying to crunch a whole bunch of characters into the space of a year, and it's just not going to be cool. But whatever, this is Capcom. This is a multi-million-dollar company, so they know what they're doing. Let's leave it to them, right? But I am disappointed, so we won't be seeing any Dan. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep our trek going with Cammy. Because as you can see, we've been making some leadway with Cammy. I can't say that we've been doing bad with her at all. We've been doing exceptionally well. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put up some of the combos that I've been working with, and I'm going to go ahead and do that after the show. But right now, you can go ahead and write them down if you would like to, for those who are watching while the stream is going on.
This is the path to achieve enlightenment.
But a couple of these combos, the best way I can explain this is the way that it used to be in Street Fighter is that you used to have a combo that was pretty much for everything. So say for instance, you're in the process of walking back. Usually you had some kind of combo that you could easily go into after you block something from walking backward. Some characters do have it, some don't. So what I was working with yesterday is that back medium punch, heavy kick into a cannon drill. So I was working with this. I was working with that right there. So bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, she's not cooperating. Alright, so once again, that's back medium punch. And the way you have to put it in is it's kind of like tap, 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 tap. You actually put in the move for your cannon drill. You actually just put that move in and it will automatically come out late. So don't be surprised if it doesn't come out right when you put it in. It will come out though. So you'll get and you'll know if you've done the combo right because she'll start with that instead of that. And that's the only way that you could go into that heavy kick. Or else you'll do that instead if you do it wrong. So that's actually a good combo for when you jump in. And what you're always trying to do is minimize damage on your combo. So you always want to jump in, and anytime you're jumping in, of course, as you all know, anytime you're jumping in, you want to do your most damaging combo. But in her case, you also want to do the combo that's going to give you the best Oki. And as we know, anything that ends with that gives you Oki. So we want to go with that. Or if you think you're in a position you want to switch it up, which is what we do. Well, good evening, gentlemen. I sound like a gangster, huh? I'm a wannabe gangster. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. And now I forgot what I was saying. Goodness. Oh, yeah. So that's what we want to go with. I guarantee everyone I'm not a gangster. I'm not a gangster. I just play one on TV. Thank you very much. Just play one on TV. Just pretend. Just acting. So, and sometimes you do want to end it with and then look at how much damage that did. Let's do that again. Look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about. They can come up with some stuff that just straight murders you, these light hitters. So that's their benefit. That's her benefit. Okay, now I can't do the combo. Come on now. Damn it. Cammy, honey. Sweetheart. Apple of my eye. I'm going to need you to cooperate with me, okay? So what I'm going to need you to do is do this. There you go. So that really doesn't do that much more damage. You might as well just go for this at the end. So then you definitely get your Oki. That's what I like. I like that more. All right, y'all. Let's get into some battles, shall we? So combos I'm working with right now. Actually, you know, let's mess with some more combos. So that's good if you're in close, because you can confirm off that second light punch, and you can confirm off of that and go into that spiral arrow. Okay, I'm with that. So that's if you're down and you're in close, but you have to be, as you can see, pretty darn close, because look at that range. Like, I'm tearing those knees up right now. But as you can see, it's not hitting him. So if I take like one step that way, pow, there's those kneecaps. I got him. But as you can see, you need to be in pretty close. And as you can see, that one hit is knocking me right out of range. So for any of your light punch combos, we know we're going to need to be in close for those. So that's how we want to use those. These are for anybody who does something that's in close, or they in their combos and they in close. Let me see, does she have anything? A lot of her stuff starts with crouching, so that's a lot of her defense. Any other thing starts with so medium punch. You can confirm with medium punch, just like you can confirm with crouching medium punch. And that doesn't look like that will work, but it does. It's medium punch, hard punch, heavy spiral arrow. So you just, there you go. That's a nice little 5-hit combo, so if you want to come in. The only thing is just that the timing on that. if you've got any lag, you might mess it up. So you definitely want to go with stuff that you can definitely confirm into. So something more along the lines of, see, even that's hard to confirm into. All right. Let's see what the audience has to say about our combos. So everything else is going to be, actually, let's see. It's like, so where does that fit in for us as far as combos go? Where does that fit in at? Because that move has got to be in here somewhere. Let's see if we do. Okay. You know what? It might. I am not sure. Why don't we go check and see real fast? I can't even remember what her colors were. Let's do this the easy way. You belong to the city. I have no idea why that song is in my head today. You belong to the night. It's an old song from an old show called Miami Vice. For those people who remember, there used to be the show on Friday night. Everybody used to be, if you weren't out at the club, if you weren't old enough to go to the club, you were at home watching television. You were watching Miami Vice on Friday night. All right, Miss Cammy. As back when TV used to be the business. Now it's just a whole bunch of channels with nothing on. All right. We're going to go backwards and you tell me if we find her colors. 9, that's definitely not them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm not sure if one of those is Becky or not. She might have been like the lighter colored one. It's been such a long time since I've seen her uniform. I forgot which one it might have even resembled. So let me know if you see if you saw hers in there or one that will work. Okay. All right, so negative. All right, so what shall we put on tonight then? Shall we slip out in our jail costume or shall we put on something else? Since we have our costume changing key. Let's get back to training. The grid. The Cammy. So which one did we have on? We had 10. Yeah, we had 10. Zangief. I asked that man across from me who he was. He said he was. Well, thank you, Mr. Cyclone. I hope you're having a good day. Is that your first or last name? And that's jumping heavy kick, light, light. Jumping heavy kick, light, light, heavy, heavy arrow. All right, let's bring some other people into this. I think Cammy's ready. She's ready to go out. She's ready to go to the party. Oh. Oh. You were supposed to kind of like give me the option to select. You weren't just supposed to do it for me. This person might have a horrible connection and I didn't get to choose. Okay. We'll deal with that shortly. First up, we got Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie Nash. Nash. All right, we'll work on those other combos later.
For those who I wish to protect, I will fight you.
If you stand in my way, I will kill you.
Round one. Fight.
Sonic good. Catch him low. See, he's waiting for everything. See, he didn't know. Woo, he did his V skill. Or he did his V reversal on me. Which his V reversal gets him out of the corner like that.
Round two. Fight.
Your guard's down.
Ow. See, she's got all the moves to keep him out. Somersault. Dang, I messed that up. Catch him low. He ain't waiting. He's not expecting that. Catch him low. He was not ready for that one.
You win.
I've heard about you. You're coming with me. Charlie is like me. Am no go with you. And don't ask why everybody has to sound like Solomon Grundy for me. I don't know what that is.
Fight.
Ow. Catch him low. Catch him low. Catch him low. Catch him low.
You guard him.
Catch him low.
It can't be over.
That is his weakness.
Fight.
Ain't ready for me to catch him low.
Auntie. Auntie. Easy.
Ow. You see how quick she is? Now, all I gotta do is 2 backflips and catch him low. Grab him. Crap, he got me. He got me. Oh. Whew. I thought he had me. Catch him. Catch him low.
You guard him.
Catch him. Nope. We'll just go to the other side of him. Low. Catch him low. So I think we just exploited one of Charlie's weaknesses. Catch him low. If you're in close enough. If you're not in close enough, don't try it. We made it to Ultra Bronze. Magnificent. All right, let's head back into training. Okay, so the combo I'm seeing is okay, so it's huh. Right, get low. Get low. She got way low. Okay, so it's crap, I keep forgetting to switch that. I need to switch that so it doesn't just randomly pop up like that. Because I don't know what this person's connection is. What is this? Night of Nash? This is a second Nash. Night of the Living Nash.
For those who I wish to protect, I will fight you.
If you stand in my way, I will.
Round 1.
He's like, you will suffer massive DPS. See, we can't get him low. Yes, we can. Okay, what in the world? Did he hit me? He's got quick moves.
Round 2. Fight.
I don't know how he's throwing me before I could go into my cannon drill. I did not mean for her to do that, but get me out of that corner. Catch him. Sometimes all you need is that medium kick. Check our zones, because this guy's pretty sharp. He's got his throws down to a science, doesn't he? He's got his throws down to a science. Could have caught him. Catch him low. Catch him low. Pow, pow, pow. Catch him low. Dang. Catch him. Finish him.
You win.
We got him. Woo. I didn't think it was going to work for a minute there.
Round one.
All right.
Fight.
So we know this guy is down with his jumps, and we also know all right, it is not safe to use Oki on him. Watch out for them low spiral arrows.
Round two. Fight.
Dang. I wasn't fast enough. And that's one of the new combos we just learned. That just saved us. That's one of the new combos we just learned.
Win.
One of those close in, light hitting combos. See how that saved us? See how that saved us. Wow. We made it to silver. We're doing pretty good, Cammy. Look at you, girl. Look at you all in your silver. In her silver. All right, we want them to ask. Don't just tell me. Ask me. Alrighty. Okay, so what I thought I could do, no, you can't do that. Okay. So it doesn't work quite like that. Okay. I thought I knew. All right. Next challenger. Wow, I can't believe it. Like that quickly, that combo helped us out. And see, she had it because she is faster than Charlie. Because remember, she's a light hitter, and Charlie despite the fact that he is pretty good at his zoning, we all know that Charlie is in that category of he's a hybrid, so he's a brawler zoner hybrid. So we know that his attacks are going to come out, his attacks aren't going to come out as fast as hers. But that's not to show you that he wasn't fast. Like, you saw how fast he was. And I actually should have went over the playthroughs with that. Like, got a little too excited there and got ahead of myself. Ah, Colleen. What is Colleen? Colleen is a brawler zoner hybrid. She's actually the epitome of it. We might not win this fight. We might not win this fight. Especially with a guy whose name is Moldy Toast. Penicillin.
For those who I wish to protect, I will fight you.
It's so nice to meet you.
Round one. Fight.
So what do we want to do with her? Just like we've been doing everybody else. Get low. But see, Colleen gets low too. Okay, what is it with these throws? So that's teaching me that throws. Okay, she's baiting all my attacks. Remember that I said Colleen is a brawler zoner? See all those grabs she does? Pretty much Colleen wants to be close to you. That's why I said I may not make it through this fight. Because in order to win, I'm going to have to stay away from her and let her come to me. So she's going to try and walk away from me. I'm just going to be still and patient and wait. See how ready he was? See, he's just ready. And the funny thing is that, see, none of his moves are actually fast enough to beat mine. And Cammy, honey, that was not supposed to come out. Okay, wait a minute. I was throwing. How did you throw me before I could throw you? That's not possible. I should have broke away from you. All right. So this dude, first dude to beat me in a while, using call-in, and I suspect cheating. The only reason why I'm going to say that is because if we both activate our throw at the same time, then that means it should have broken. Figures you're playing on PlayStation. Not that it's bad to play on PlayStation, but like I said, PlayStation runs slower than PC does. So no, we don't want to fight him again because there's nothing really to learn from somebody who cheats. But what we are going to do is head to this main menu and we're going to go check these replays. We're going to show you where Colleen is strong and what her strategy is. And what I should have been able to do to get around her. But like I said, when you got cheater shenanigans going on, it doesn't matter what you do. All right, so we don't want to view the profile. We want to view the replay. There we go. So we're going to go check this out. So like I said, Colleen is a brawler zoner hybrid. Now, she does have a projectile because, like, you know, of all zoners, it's like mandatory that they have some sort of projectile that they throw. However, her projectile, as you saw, is kind of weird looking. Her projectile does not travel. I'm going to pause this. Does not travel horizontally. It appears in the air and then it drops down at an angle. So how do you use a projectile that looks like that? You use a projectile that looks like that by pretty much you toss that out when you anticipate that someone may try to walk backward, or when you anticipate someone may try to jump in on you from afar. Pretty much it's a move that you use to check somebody at a distance. Pretty much just like you would do with any type of projectile. It's used to keep a person at a distance. but that one's more about checking a person and their distance. So she doesn't use her projectile like a traditional zoner does. Instead, she actually has moves that allow her to move back and forth across the screen. Now, where does her brawler skill come in at? Well, she can actually reverse moves. Like, as you can see, staying low, I was able to get with her. But as you can see, she's got those heavy hits like a brawler. Like, look at what that one hit did. That one hit. Let's do it one more time. That was one hit. So, yeah. So, that's that brawler in her. Look at that. Do you see how much my little piddly one hit? How many times did I have to hit her? That was once. Just watch this damage. Now, that was one of her hits versus one of my hits. So as you can see, she definitely likes her throws. So that's where she gets, some will call her more of a grappler, but she's a brawler because of her techniques like that. You see that quick hand she keeps doing? That attack right there lets her launch into a whole bunch of different things. It's kind of like my little spinning attack, spinning kick attack that I do. It gives me the ability to option select when I'm in the middle of a kick. And I can either come out with one attack or I can just keep going and slide along. See how her projectile goes up into the air? It's meant to check you trying to come in, or it's meant to check you from jumping in. So yeah, so this person, so pretty much she was all about throws. And see, pretty much all he did was just play by, I should have been patient, I should have waited, and I should have let her come to me. But like I said, when you're also playing against somebody who is cheating, then like I said, it's really nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do, but that's how Colleen plays. And what you didn't get to see is her when she activates her V trigger. When she activates that V trigger, oh dear Lord. She can slide across the ground. She gets really fast, and her combo potential like literally goes through the roof. So that's where you really start to see her zoner abilities come in, and where you really start to see her brawling skills. But pretty much that's what she needs you to do, is she needs you to come in and attack her first so that she can counterattack you. And then she's dependent, of course, on her combos to do the most damage to you. But because she's got that brawler in her, you know, she's like a zoner in that she's dependent on needing to get those combos in on you, even though they're not like hard-hitting combos. She needs to get her combos in on you. But her combos do hit hard because she is a brawler. So even her single hits do damage. So that's how she's balanced. So yeah, that's Colleen. The bad news is that anytime you see her, 9 times out of 10 is somebody cheating. Check please, right? Like, the bad news about that, like when she first came out and everything, a lot of people were trying to learn how to play her, and so you saw a lot of people who weren't. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of him. We don't have room for cheaters here. What I am going to do is go and take that other guy who was on the list, who I put on the list because, there you are, bacon sauce. How's it going, partner? I'm actually going to leave you there because I get the feeling that as soon as I let you off, they're going to put us face to face with each other. We'll face each other next week, next Monday. We'll see if your bacon sauce is still the bomb. All right, so unfortunately, yeah, when it comes to Colleen, like most of the people I see that play her now cheat. and it sucks because it's actually fun to play up against it. Or actually, I shouldn't say it's fun. It's difficult to play up against a good call-in player, but it's when you're playing up against somebody who's using her and they're cheating. You might as well just go ahead and just stand there and let them have their way. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Touch me. I don't care what you do. Just touch me. Man, just let me know when you get done. Because you're going to be the only one who's having fun, baby. Ah, Gawky.
Round one. Fight.
All right, let me get smart. All right. We just need to watch this guy. Not quite what I wanted to do, but it worked. Catch him low. Dang it. What is it with my cannon drill not coming out? My joystick is starting to mess up. Come on, joystick. Come on, joystick. Because this joystick, this is the correct joystick, right? Yes, it is. I believe it is. Okay. Huh. All right, this guy's playing like this is a flow chart. See, now what's interesting is sometimes she'll go through a person and then sometimes she won't go through the person. That's okay. We don't need to fight this guy anyway. All right, so what could we learn from this guy? Nothing really. Because he's got a 2-bar connection. So you see that right there? And remember, when we selected him, it said he had a 5-bar connection. So when you have a connection that fluctuates like that, how are we going to get an even match, partner? Don't come back. Please return the internet from wherever you stole it from and go buy your own. Or when you go to the store next time, buy you some better internet. It's on aisle 4 in most modern convenience stores. Okay. All right, and everybody, actually give me a hot moment. I'm going to go ahead and put us back into training. And let me go check on something. I'll be right back. Please excuse me.
Be on guard.
Dare you challenge the king?
All right, sorry about that. Had to step away for just a hot moment. Needed to go help that dude buy some internet. Because he might have been good. So, all right. Legs. I'll tear them kneecaps up. Cannon drill. All right, let's get back to action. Let's apply the settings. Network match, ask me? Yes. Okay. New warrior has entered the ring. Karin. Let's talk about her. Let's see. Karin is going to be... She's one of our light hitters. You will see why.
Round one. Fight.
All right, let's... All right, I'm moving slow. Okay, what is this with being able to just throw me out of a cannon spike? You cannot throw out of a cannon spike. A cannon spike comes out before a throw. Oh boy. Really? You guys gonna start with the shenanigans already tonight? Well, come on, partner. We know how to get them in close. Now, those are our straight combos, the ones that we do when we're in close. That was that medium punch combo that I used. Now, she shouldn't have been able to do that out of an attack, but okay. See, he wasn't ready for it. I don't think we're going to fight this dude again. The only reason why I say that is because, you know, we may go again, but if we do, I need to go in with precautions. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is nothing racist or not, but anytime you see a Mexican flag, always expect shenanigans. Because I'm in the United States. What am I doing fighting somebody from Mexico? You trying to get me for everything. And I need to quit doing that mess like it's safe. I cannot be doing those little spiral arrows like those are safe. Those are not safe. That was supposed to be a spiral arrow, but okay. Wow. How'd you throw before me? Shouldn't have jumped. That was to catch you if you jumped. You jumped. All right, try for a light punch because I was hoping I could get that in. Didn't work.
Final round. Fight.
Okay, so none of our attacks beat hers like that. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
You win.
Shouldn't have done that. Because as soon as he went into that super, I was able to block it all and retaliate. Now, what I am going to tell you, Mr. Kelvin Black, is first of all, thank you for the matches. Now, make sure you go back and you get at internet back to the cartel you stole it from, all right? I'm not going to tell them you took it. Just make sure you go put it back. Because if they catch you stealing their internet, they're going to whoop your little ass. Thank you for the matches. So who else do I need to thank? Stealing from them cartels, boy. You know better. But he's probably been doing it for so long, he thinks he's a pro. Cartel's like, we know that little pump been stealing our internets. Isles91, I'm going to thank you. You just had a jacked up connection. Moldy Toast, thank you for cheating.
Time for battle.
Fire Lord Sazin, thank you for your matches. And Absent Coder, thank you for your matches. You made sure that Cammy knew that Charlie was her man. And that if she danced with anybody else in there, he was going to cut her. I think she understands now. Kage. All right, we haven't seen him yet. So what is Kage? Well, Kage is another light hitter. Think of him like Ryu on crack. He's a light hitter who also happens to have some zoning ability. in fireballs and in his uppercuts. So him and Akuma are in the same type of category, as you'll soon see. I was ducking. You saw it. Ducking and blocking. Okay, this dude does not want me touching him. So I had to be careful with him. You see him dash in for the Oki. So now you guys are knowing what to look for. But yeah, when you see those double dashes like that, that's what that is. I'm trying to do my super so I can at least get out of the corner. Now, this guy is playing with advanced techniques. Well, and he should because he's a super silver. So now, how this guy's walking back and forth in this glitchy motion, yeah, this is where we start talking about snarflats. And about how stuff gets boring. Like, if he really thinks I'm going to walk in on him while he's doing all that, like, nobody's doing it. But the funny thing is that when he gets used to doing that, I'm going to start taking advantage of it. And I believe on Spiral Arrow Light, it's safe on block. So what this dude is trying to do is make up for his shortcoming, which is that he can zone from a distance. Yeah, well, that's kind of what this guy is. See how perfect those blocks are? And then how he went into that, because he knew that after that move, he could go into he could go into that EX move because that move is actually invincible and it's actually meant to catch people who try to attack after that. So in reality, there wasn't really much I could do against somebody. So we can't call this guy a Smurf because he's got 3,455 league points. There's no way in hell he should be fighting me with 1,993 league points. That would be like putting me up against, or let's put it this way, that would be like putting a child who has just decided to learn Street Fighter up against somebody who's been playing Street Fighter since inception. Or no, this version of the game since it came out. Because I wouldn't say Street Fighter since inception, because then that would insinuate something different. But yeah. So, but one would say, does rank mean anything? Yes and no. What rank was supposed to mean back in the day was it was supposed to kind of gauge how good you were with that particular character or how far you made it. You know, it was kind of supposed to like gauge your skill level. But how can that gauge your skill level when you know what it is that we deal with in this game? So in reality, it's not much of a gauge for somebody's skill. Like when we were watching that Ryu, when we were watching that Kage, was there any real skill in pretty much literally doing those moves that he was doing? Like, we'll go back and we'll look. Because normally I would go ahead and I would look at the replays, but we'll go and we'll look at that. Because that is actually an advanced technique, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like the higher ranks, is because when it comes to the higher ranks, like, those are what matches look like. That's what everybody is trying to do. They're too busy trying to jockey for a position, and they're too busy doing what I call, like, that whole back and forth. They're too busy dancing around. So let's bring this up.
For those who I wish to protect.
We're going to do something fun here.
Round one. Fight.
We're going to see if this dude is even legit. Look at that. Nope. So what did we learn about this? Because we did talk about that and what happens when we see somebody who's using moves like that. Either number one, we've got somebody who's using macros, which from the looks of it, looks like macros. But as you can see, I was trying to make sure that you can see how well he can control with his zone. So, and then when you're in close, then he goes in for those heavy, for those good combos. That's how Kage is supposed to play. But see that walking back and forth and stuff like that? Like sometimes I'll walk him forward, sometimes I'll walk. Nah, I don't do that. Now, I tend not to do that because I see no point in it. Why am I going to back up and give you an advantage? That's why you just see me sitting there and then I'm moving in. You back up, you start giving people advantage. You know, the only time you're supposed to back up is when you have no other choice and when you anticipate that you're going to be able to move forward again. Because see how I'm in the back now? Okay, because I'm anticipating I'm getting ready to move forward, see? So you never want to be just going back without anticipating to move forward at some point. Because if they get you in the corner, you already know what kind of party it is. So, Karma Junk. You're a macro user, huh? Not only are you a dog person, but you don't know how to play this game. Look at that. That's a shame, man. Even Cammy is unimpressed. She's just looking at him like, you know what, dude? If you are you trying to turn yourself into a human milkshake? So, what do macros give as an advantage? Well, number one, it lets you press a whole lot of buttons at once, as you can see. But what it also does is allow you to check for certain moves. So that's why even use of macros or controllers. See, look at that big paragraph of moves. Look at that. Wow. What does that big old paragraph of moves do? Well, due to the fact that those rapid fire out the way that they are, pretty much how it reads to the game is that pretty much imagine that those are like fail safes. So imagine that like if he's coming in and he goes for a fireball or he goes for a particular type of move, pretty much it is kind of an odd and weird technique, but pretty much it allows him to cover moves. Like say for instance, he comes in with a punch, but you notice that you see that punch and like 4 other attacks that went attack buttons that went along with it. Pretty much what it was is it was a punch, but it was also the buttons for a throw. So say for instance, if I go for a punch, then he'll go for a throw. But if I go for a throw, he'll go for a throw. It'll allow him to go for a throw too and tech my throw if I try to throw him. But if I go for a punch, then he'll go for a punch. And then the punch will come out first. So that's how the game interprets it. So either or will come out. So That's why macro use is considered cheating, and that's why altered controllers or custom controllers are considered cheating, because you can do things with your macros to where you can make moves read as double moves. And then, of course, you know, if you can't spend the time to learn the combos, and thank you for those matches, by the way, but if you can't spend the time to learn the combos, man, don't play this game. That's like playing Mario Kart and having cheats on that drive your car for you and tell you the most opportune pathway to take and fire your weapons for you when you get in the right zone. Like, why are you even playing the game if that's doing all of that for you? You're not even playing the game. You're just observing for the most part. Anyway, enough about you. Let's talk about Cammy for a minute. Alrighty.
Be on guard.
She will be on guard. Ihonda! Suck hard. What'd you call me?
Commence conditioning.
Well, we haven't seen any E Honda. I'm actually very surprised. We just haven't seen none of him. We haven't seen any Honda. All right. Murder! Accelerate. Okay. Alright, so Miss Cammy, honey. We are looking at this power that you've got, so. Alright. Ha ha ha! Cannon arrow. She is Cannon Spike. All right, we got some more battles coming on. All right, we're continuing with our same combos that we've been working with. Fong. We remember the last time we came across a Fong. Have we come across Fong yet? Okay, he's a zoner. I think we did come across a Fong. So this dude zones in the most craziest way. If this guy knows how to play, you're gonna get to see how this guy zones. So, zoner. Zoner. Okay, I couldn't remember if we'd seen Fong already. Okay. So then we know how he zones. He's going to zone with that dash, and he can also zone with his projectiles like so. So how does Cammy get through something like this? Like so. Sometimes you have to take that hit. See, now, as long as I stay poisoned. See, now he's setting up his barriers. Ah. Yorinda. Let's V trigger up. Ow. Damn. Now I'm trying to figure out if he really can do that. I'm pretty sure he can, because Fong has a lot of stuff where he's like safe on. He's a tricky fighter. See, now most Fongs are gonna do that, where they're just gonna pretty much and then we'll just throw him. See, so he's expecting me every time I jump in. Damn. Excuse the language. But that was supposed to be a cannon drill. For the first time a cannon spike came out, which means that I hit forward, down, forward. I didn't hit forward, down, forward. I hit down. I was holding down, then I hit forward and kick. So I don't know. Joystick is acting odd tonight. Anytime that happens, that's when you know it's shenanigans going on with your connection. Alright, so we don't walk away. We just get better.
Round one. Fight.
So pretty much we know. So how do we deal with this, right? Because every time he throws that, he's just throwing in a poison. See, there goes my joystick not working right. I was not trying to cannon spike. Now that time I was. So we're going to make him come after us. So, but remember, we don't back up unless we intend to go forward. And for whatever reason, my kick is not coming out. Okay, why is my cannon drill not coming out, dude? My spiral arrow. There we go. That's another form of cheating, too. I want to know how they pull that one off. Where it's like your motions won't come out. Like your motions get ate up. And it's funny because it's only in opportune moments like that. Like I notice anytime I throw, anytime I get ready to come in with something that would obviously like beat his attack, like I keep going into that. Like I shouldn't do that. So, Mr. Coombs, what are you doing? See, again, like, and I'm letting go of my joystick and everything. There we go. Cannot respond. Like, can't respond. Like, in moments where I should be able to respond. Like, and I want to know what causes that to happen, too. So, I don't know if he's pushed himself ahead of me as far as his connection goes. Like, I don't know if he's pushed himself ahead of me so that I'm actually behind. But no, if you want me, you're going to have to come over here and earn this whooping.
You lose.
And, you know, this is that other side of Street Fighter. This is the side that most people see. You know, you start dealing with connections that look like this, that are like suspect. And this is where we start talking about CFN and talking about how bad, how bad they are. And it is true. But the funny thing is that I think they said that, and it's one of the reasons why they took and rolled back their changes that they made to the networking that actually made the game much better. They rolled back the changes because people on PS4 were complaining too much. And the only reason why they were complaining is because there's too many people who are on Wi-Fi that play on PS4. And so it just made the way that it selects matches much more choicey. So it just made that much more choicey. So I like that because then it made for better matches and you didn't have shenanigans like what we just had that last match where it was like literally for whatever reason. There's a technique called buffering. I'm going to show you what it is. Pretty much, this move right here is cannon drill. The cannon drill is like doing a fireball, down, forward, and kick. So that's going to be your spiral arrow. Now, say for instance, how do you do down, forward, kick, especially like when you're doing a combo like this? Like, did I hit that and then, like, did I hit this and then go into the motion? No, I didn't. Pretty much I buffered into it. I'm already hitting down when I go into this. So pretty much while I'm still hitting down, I simply hit forward and then I hit the kick button. So, and then it causes me to go directly into that because the move was what you call buffered. By me hitting down for this move, it buffered into that move. So, something that you can see that goes on, which tells you something is a little bit shady with your partner's connection, is that when you're walking and you stop and then you go into this move, if instead you get that move, then that means that for whatever reason, it is still there, either your connection. So that's why I'm saying, I think he made it to where my connection was moving behind his. That means that forward was still being buffered because in order to do this move, you do forward, down, forward instead of down, forward. So that meant that at this point, because if you hit forward, stop, and go into that, you get spiral arrow. But if you hit forward and down forward, you're going to go into cannon spike. So for whatever reason, that buffer of me hitting forward was lingering way after the fact. And it shouldn't have been lingering. So that's how we know that my connection was running behind and his connection was running ahead of mine. So that's what was going on with that. And when you get a connection like that, unfortunately, there's really not anything that you can do about it. You kind of have to play through it, and then you hope that the connections resync, because once upon a time they did used to resync, but like I said, it kind of made, when they made the change, it kind of made things harder for people who were playing on PS4 and had Wi-Fi and didn't play wired. So as a result, a lot of them complained. So Capcom sneakily, well, not sneakily, they flat out reversed what they did and pretty much reverted the netcode to operating like garbage again. So You live with it. Playing this game, that's going to happen. Uh-oh. Speaking of grapplers. All right, let's see what she's got for us. So we know all about Mika.
Round one. Fight.
All right, we got shenanigans with this guy too. So there's nothing we can learn from this, so we're just going to stand here and let this guy do his thing. Unfortunately, it does suck. It does suck when you have to do this. But we're just going to let this guy do his thing because you can't fight.
Round two.
So when you can't fight, you just... you try. Come on. Just as long as I get out of there. And that's how you could tell if you are fighting against a cheater. Do something odd like that. Like how I started flipping and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden how he got good and started being able to block against it. No, I was doing that specifically because I knew that I was setting him up for stuff he couldn't block. So we'll pass on him too. And we'll keep it moving. And it's okay to pass on somebody. If you get in and you realize like your joystick isn't moving right and you realize like your combos aren't cracking off like they should, but when you get into training mode, you notice everything is working just perfectly fine. Yeah, it's not Nargles. I guarantee you, it ain't Nargles. It's somebody who has decided that they need to cheat. So we're going to wait for our next fight. And if it's just one of those nights where we're starting to fight a whole lot of cheaters or a whole lot of people with problem connections, because I'm only going to say cheater when like I notice things like my controller not operating or buffers lasting too long and stuff like that. Like none of that was happening before, and it only happens whenever I fight those whenever I was fighting those people. So what else can I say about that? All right, what we are going to do, though, is really fast, because this is a real thing. So what we want to do is do this real fast. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goodness, let me turn my microphone off. Give me one moment. Alrighty. Sometimes we do have to do this. You do have to restart it. Because this game does watch how long you play it. And one thing, and this is one thing that we used to say came from Street Fighter 4, which was we didn't know if it was shenanigans or what. But after you've played for so long, if the game realizes that you played for like a couple of hours straight, all of a sudden you start getting weird things that happen. So it's almost as if the game is trying to tell you, hey, you need to go take a break or you need to log out for a little bit. That was all the way back in Street Fighter 4. That it's had strange sort of shenanigans like that. All right. So we just had to go ahead and do that so that we could clear that out. All right. And I'm really hoping that that's not what it turns into tonight because, see, then we can't learn in an environment like that. Like, give me back the environment we had at first. What you laughing at? Ain't a damn thing funny. You better have my money. That's all I got to say to you. And the funny thing, Crows, I'm looking at what you wrote. Like, it used to not even be called Cannon Spike. It was called Cannon Drill at first. And then the press kick. But for whatever reason, they decided, nope, it is now called Cannon. Cannon Spike and Cannon Spike and Cannon and Spiral Arrow. This was Cannon Drill, and then this was press kick. I don't know why they felt like they had to change the names. Because they still work the same. Let's make sure they ask us. You like Spiral Arrow? Spiral Arrow. Whoa. Connection lost with opponent. I didn't even connect to the dude. It was like connection lost with opponent. Even my system was like, nah, you don't want to play him. Let me help you out, man. You don't even want to go there. You saw that? The cartel must have caught up with him. Cartel got you, didn't they? Told you, man. You gotta watch out. They don't like you stealing their internet from them now. All right, let's see if any of this is a lie. Boy. What is it with them putting up us up against Charlie? Like, why is it as soon as we come in, the first person we fight is him? I keep trying to tell you, man, lose my number. And it's the same dudes that I fought before. So essentially, the same people again.
Round one. Fight.
I'm actually gonna let him have this. Because we already knew that this guy right here was shenanigans. So why are we going to fight against him? I should have banned him, but we will ban him again since that's the first person they want to put me up against. We don't get no real match with you, man. And that's another way you could tell. Some people used to say that that's how you could tell either, that's how you could tell a bot. Because a bot, you see how he's not even standing there, he's not even looking, he's not even waiting, or anything, just in case I happen to have, like, you know, I happen to not have a connection, or, you know, I happen to have an issue with my controller or what have you. That's how a real player would react. If you're dealing with a bot, you'll get a reaction just like that, where from the moment they walk in, they just attack. They don't ever wait. They don't breathe. They don't do anything. They just attack, 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 attack. And then they're always ready for the next fight. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. And unfortunately, what this means is that we need to return to the main menu, and I'm going to have to ban all those people who were cheaters or who were suspect connections that we fought before, because essentially it looks like it's put us right back into queue to fight all those same people again. So from the very beginning, because I do believe he was the first person I fought as soon as I logged in after Absent Coder. So we want to view your profile. We want to add you to the blacklist. You engaged in suspicious activity. Moldy Toast. You didn't engage in any. Okay, he was already on the thing. Isles. I didn't see any issues from you. Kelvin. I didn't see any issues from you. Karma Junk. He went offline. So hopefully we won't be seeing him again, but we're still blacklisting him. And that's another way that you could kind of tell if they're bots too. If you fight them and then immediately you like, say for instance, you fight the guy, like how I just fought that Fire Lord Sozin. Now if I fight him, and if after you fight you blacklist them, and then you come to check your blacklist like right after, and you notice that the person has, after fighting you, they've gone offline. That's a good way to tell if it's a bot, because believe it or not, there are Capcom controlled bots, and those usually pop up when, like, say for instance, it's in a moment where there's not enough people. Now, please don't ask me how they say that there's not enough people when there should be, how they say that there's not enough people when, you know, in the zone is plenty of people. But pretty much that you'll catch Capcom bots running around there. We're supposed to run around when there was no people, when there was a less amount of people, you know, to try and make it look like there was a population. But now, I don't know. Guild.
The time has arrived. Come.
The time has arrived. Prepare yourself.
My mission is to...
All right. Really? Okay, there we go. Here we go. Yes, 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 here we go. NSYNC has got the flow. Seth. Now, we fought a Seth. I do believe that we have. So we know what he's all about. He is one of the light hitting characters. And he's a combo freak. So we need to be very careful with him. Alrighty. Oh goodness, look at this hideousness.
My name is Seth.
Homeboy, give back your connection.
For those who I
Whoever you took it from.
I will fight you.
Round
Stop downloading porn. This is not even gonna work. Yeah, my connection is behind his. Yeah, I couldn't even chain that together. Hey, we all know that that's a combo because we've been working on it. So we all know that's a combo and that it's supposed to work. Yep. Ha. Start using those combos, baby, to help us out. See, that's what you keep waiting on, huh? Come here. He shouldn't have done that. I was waiting on it. Even in that slow, jacked up connection. Even in that slow, jacked up connection, I was able to weed you out, boy. We're not gonna have that kind of stuff in this arena. Oh, no. We're going to have to let you go, boy. We're going to have to let you go. We're going to have to view your profile. And you come from the United States, so what is your excuse? Newborn baby, huh? Well, apparently, your internet connection is a newborn baby, too. Because, boo, let me tell you, that connection was not the one. Running all slow and everything, man. Like, and I know some people can't help it. You know, been there, done that. You know, some people can't help it because of the area that they're in and stuff. So, I bag in jest.
Be on guard.
I even attack the cheaters in jest. Okay, I want all positions, connections. Give them all to me. Immediately.
My mission is to
Like, his connection was moving so slow, like I couldn't even chain this kind of stuff together. And all that is supposed to be a combo, but it was moving so slow that it was, by the time the buttons were responding, it was like, no. No. All right, that person's connection is now a 4. That person's connection is probably now about a 4. It dropped while we were waiting. That's why it took a moment for it to load. That's why it's taking a moment now. Okay, and as slow as this is moving, yeah. Let's see, where are you from, Mr. Goki? Ah, America. You must be from that part of America where they have that suck internet.
Round 1. Fight.
Now this guy is not safe on any of his stuff. See, this guy is so busy trying to protect the area. He's so busy trying to zone. Ha. Wow. So I didn't even know that you can EX that move.
Round 2. Fight.
Now that's interesting. Why did he suddenly, now he's not throwing fireballs and doing all that stuff and doing all that risky stuff anymore? Why is that, John? Now, when I'm at a distance, instead you're just doing that walk back and forth stuff. And knew the perfect move to counter with, right? Because you just always know. Uh-oh, here we go with the moves. Yep, moves aren't responding. Yep, moves aren't responding. Let's let this guy go.
You lose.
And if you're playing, and all of a sudden you notice that you are just fighting up against an abundance of people whose connections just suck, then unfortunately, the only thing that I could tell you is, like, when you fight the person with the connection, ban them. And put the reason why. They're on the blacklist because they have an unstable connection. We saw that when we came in. Person had an unstable connection. So let's actually go to the main menu real fast. And let's roll this back, and we're going to wait for about 30 seconds so that we can reset. Let's sit right here and reset. Because trust me, it didn't mean that all of a sudden Cammy just started sucking. It means that all of a sudden we started dealing with people who just have shoddy connections. And sometimes it could be from people who just have bad internet, or, you know, as we've discussed, it could be all that. Or, you know, it could be from people who try to stream what they're doing while trying to do that on a horrible internet connection that they share with the whole rest of the family while trying to play Street Fighter. So, yeah, it's not a good thing to try to do. but it is okay. We are going to try and get us a couple of good quality matches before this posse is out. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and I'm going to have to reset one more time. I'm very sorry. I hate having to do this, but it is what it is. You do have to reset every now and then. Then we'll give it a moment and then we will jump back in it. So here's hoping that because unfortunately they will have to redo the entire infrastructure of Street Fighter V for PS4 in order to make the networks work better. Like for PC, they could just drop that in a patch and everything would be good. You know, it would be PS4 that they would have to go through things with, just for the simple fact that it's a game system and it's going through Sony's network and it has its own way of operating. So that's why it would be a harder time. It's almost like they would have to reprogram the whole thing to work right. But let this just be knowledge for Street Fighter 6. Let that just be knowledge for Street Fighter 6. And here's hoping that they don't run into the same problem. And they've got a brand new system to work with, which I understand PS5 is actually supposed to be a pretty good little system. You know, and then there's also no telling if it's going to be specific to a system or if both systems are going to be able to have it this time around. So, a lot of people are hoping that it's going to be on all systems again. You know, and unfortunately by all systems, I mean everything except for Nintendo Switch, because of course, it just seems like Nintendo, even though I'm pretty sure the game would probably be able to run on it, especially if they come out with the Switch Pro. But it depends on how graphic intensive they're going to make Street Fighter 6. Nobody knows yet. We just know it exists and we just know it's in production. All right. Let's get in a couple of more matches. Spiral Arrow. All right. Ignition. And you'll see a lot of people like me. I tend to not like to do this, like jumping in with it, because people are always expecting this move. I don't know why it is with Cammy. I mean, I expect it too when I'm fighting up against her, but the only time you'll ever see me like using this move is like to fake a jump, like to fake somebody out. That's what I think the best is for that. Ha, 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 ha. All right, here comes that first match. Let's rock. Ryu. With the power of the Hadouken Fireball. All right.
Round one.
Butt naked Ryu.
Fight.
His connection is a little odd too. Only because I knew I could get in with that. But I always do it from a distance. Hey class, what have we taught him about doing that jump in stuff, huh? Gets him in trouble every time.
Round two. Fight.
And for those who are nostalgic and know about Street Fighter 2, will know what this stage is. Don't mash. Now, why did I throw myself right at him? I was going to see if he was going to be dumb enough to throw a fireball.
Final round. Fight.
See, he tried to gain Oki in a moment where he didn't have Oki. What do we know about jumping class? What have we told them? Ha! Lay it on down like they lived underground. Now, he was pretty good. What I had to watch out for him is he wasn't playing stupid. Also, his connection is a little bit, but, but pretty much, so you can see it's moving a little bit slow. Alrighty. We're gonna go with him one more time. Hopefully, we're not making a mistake. Ah, he put his clothes back on now. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Yeah, my connection is messed up now. Like, I can't even spiral arrow him. Wow, like nobody does that, dude. So he knows he's cheating. So this guy knows he knows exactly what he's doing. If it means that much to you, lightweight. If it means that much to you, that you gotta cheat in order to win. But I knew not to go against him again. I always stick with my right mind. Right. What's wrong? Get that out of here.
Final round. Fight.
Got him.
You win.
See, you can see that lag right there. In case you had any questions. Right on, Cammy, honey. Represented with that comeback. Even in the face of adversity with a jacked up connection. That's right. Because Cammy ain't having none of that. No parts of it. Where she can. Sometimes, as you can see, we do get dominated. So, all right. At about this time, everybody, I was going to go a little bit later, but I kind of started a little bit later, too. So, unfortunately, I am actually going to go ahead and wrap things up right here. We're at about 8:30. So we've been going for our 2 hours. Yeah, we've been going for our mandatory 2 hours. I always like to try and go at about 2 hours. But as you can see, we're starting to get shoddy connections, and that's because it's a Friday. We're going into our weekend. You know, you got a lot of people who are streaming and, you know, trying to play and, you know, are on all kinds of weird connections and stuff like that. And, you know, so I would keep on going, but like I said, right now we're starting to get into that time zone where we're gonna start seeing a whole lot of shenanigans. So we're doing pretty good with Cammy. I mean, you can see where those combos are doing good, and see, that's how you know, like, in all that time that we spent learning the combos and getting everything down and stuff like that, like, now you know what it looks like when you should be able to do the combo, but the game is telling you that you can't. So that's what we have learned as our lesson for today. Other lessons include just the combos that we were working on. And those combos were those walking back combos that I was doing, which happened to be back medium punch, heavy kick, and then your either your cannon drill or your kick. And then, of course, working on crouch and medium punch into your heavy drill. And then, of course, we were working with our Oki. We did that move a good couple of times. And then what saved our butts a lot today was the new crouching low punch into drill. Like, that was working really well for us. What we did find out, using the standing medium punch, heavy punch combo into drill, whiffs. And what whiffs means is that it will miss, so to speak. So we want to be careful with that because it whiffed and it allowed that person to hit while I was in the middle of a combo. So that's why we kind of watch it when we're working with that one. That's best to use with the jump in combo. So you always want to jump in with either heavy kick or heavy punch. Then you will go medium punch, heavy punch, and then into your heavy drill. So yeah, those are the combos we're working with right now. So I don't think I'm going to be playing this weekend, because normally the weekend is, I know that's the prime time when normally people are around, but that's also the time when there's a whole lot of shenanigans going down and we won't be able to learn. That's why I like to do it during the week. So this is going to be me signing off on this program for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be looking at next week. We may start another character. We may start working with another character. Like every week, we may start working with a different character. We'll probably work with a different character every week. And then after we've worked with, a good handful of characters, pretty much I'll go through all of them if you guys want me to. But, we could pick our favorites and then we can just roll with them or what have you. This whole thing is a learning experience. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you all for joining me. Thank everybody for the matches this afternoon. Even you cheaters, even you people who stole your internet connections from the cartels, even you people who smuggled your internet connections, hiding them in people's afros and stuff. Thank you all for your matches. And if you guys like what you saw, please go ahead, hit that rap artist, right? I like that one. If you guys like what you saw, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, please. Would definitely appreciate it. If you guys would really like to hang around, then please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's going to let you know whenever and hit that bell. It's going to let you know whenever we go live, whenever we upload anything new. So, on that note, let's go ahead and let's wrap this pretty puppy up. So, if anybody would like to see any other characters, please feel free to go ahead and in the comments below, let me know who you guys want to see. Let me know who you guys want to see. Cammy has had a very good run. We learned a lot with her this week. Like, if we look at how we started with her on Sunday and we look at where she wound up now, like, look at that. She already got to 1907 league points. Like, that's pretty darn good. So, and she can get further than that, if we just sat down and we just really, really worked with her, if we spent more time with her. So, she'll get her time. First in the spotlight. So, all right. You guys all have a good night, and I will see you with this more than likely next Monday, or this coming Monday. And then we'll see, because this is Christmas week too. Next week is Christmas week. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. I may not be going Christmas Day, or I may do it earlier on Christmas Day. We'll see what's going on. But, all right, let me shut up, and I'll catch you guys later. I'm Paper Zombie. I hope you guys have had a good time so far. I know I have. All right. See ya.